keltische Musik von A bis Z. Schottenradio gehört zu mir.
Hi, I'm Bruce Guthro, and you're watching SCHOTTENTV.
Red stripy socks and blue jeans on the sun's beating through on his face. He don't like it hot, but that's alright, cause he's living outside the rat race. Lying on his bed with a fresh strong breeze, there's a smile across his face. No time for crushing, he's at a slow kicking pace. He'll be ready when the running's done. That's alright, hey, you see. Simple life, that's alright. Hey, you see, he's a man who lives a simple life. Strolls to the fridge, got himself a beer. He's got a thirst for dinner and nothing. Picks up his guitar, he likes a nice warm noise. He'll be ready when the running's done. He needs a haircut, he needs a shave. Let a few more days pass by, cause he's having fun. I think he won, cause he's living outside the rat race. That's alright, hey, you see, he's a man who lives a simple life. That's alright, hey, you see, he's a man who lives a simple life. He's gotta go get something to learn. Why do it today when tomorrow's okay? If you're ready when the running's done, that's alright. Hey, you see, he's a man who lives a simple life. That's alright. Hey, you see, he's a man who lives a simple life. That's alright.
Hey all you lassies and laddies around the planet, I'm Basil Wolfrhine and we are here at the Blacksheepfestival, but I'm not alone. I have the pleasure to interview Mr. Bruce Guthro himself. Bruce, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Basil. How you doing?
Well, I'm fine. Of course I'm fine, because you're here.
You're too kind.
And we all do looking forward to your concert tonight. So let's talk about your life as a musician. What do you try to transfer to the audience when you're live on stage?
I mean, we just try and go out and have some fun. People pay their hard-earned money to come out and see a show, so we try and take them somewhere for a couple hours and let them escape their regular jobs and their regular lives. And you know, it's always fun to do it here in Germany because the audiences are so respectful. So it's we just go out and try and bring some good music, good arrangements, great players, and have fun on stage.
I see. Why do you think Celtic music is such successful worldwide?
That's a good question. I mean, it's been around forever. It has such a tradition. It's an amazing. It's a good feel music. You know, it's a toe tapping music, and it keeps you. Keeps you moving. It's not. It's not down. It's a celebratory music, I guess, is the best way to put it. So, I think there would be some big reasons why, and just tradition. It's been around for a very, very long time. Those who love it a lot.
How would you describe your special, unique Bruce Guthro sound?
I mean, we certainly blend. We blend the Celtic side of it in. I'm a singer-songwriter, basically, is what I do. But the having Matt Bashford, who has played pipes and whistle and Riverdance for 10 years, and Roisin Ryan, who was an amazing fiddle player and singer, and both being from Ireland, one from Kerry, one from Limerick, certainly adds a big Celtic side to what we do. And then sometimes I'll have my son or a couple other Canadians, and sometimes I'll have Danes playing with me that are more kind of rhythm kings, just groove kings in the back, and so the bleed of both of that in with the songwriting style, I think it makes for a fairly unique show.
Do you think there's a difference between the Canadian audience and probably the German crowd?
An audience, I once had a great performer tell me one time, they always look at their audience as just one person, not even a crowd, it's just one person. For me, I notice a bit of a difference. It depends on the type of festival you're doing, of course, and the crowd. If we do our own shows and people are coming and paying to see us, so they're much more attentive. If we do a festival up in Denmark with 7 other bands, then we're just part of the bill, and it's tougher to stop them and have them listen. I've always said this, and I believe it. Germany is amazing for amazingly respectful audiences. They're there for the music, so we can go play a 5,000-seat beer garden, and if I do a ballad, it's silent. If I want them to go, put their hands up, their hands are up. It's just, they're there for the music, they're there for the party, so it's and very, very, very respectful. I really enjoy playing here.
You're very popular in Germany. You see tonight sold out, so we'll have a full house. Fantastic weather.
Should be jammed. That's good. We'll have some fun.
For sure. Where's the difference when you are on stage with your solo project and together with guys from Runrig?
I mean, the constant is me. I front both, but I mean, Runrig have been around a very, very long time and have built up an incredible following. And their music is very colloquial to Scotland. It speaks to the Scottish culture. And the band's sound is also equally unique. It's driven with drums and guitar, but the songs are more, I don't know, like folk rock. And with Gaelic influence. So it's again they've bled it all together to make for a pretty cool and unique sound. We've kind of done the same thing with my own band. It's just we've mixed. The Celtic influence is probably a little stronger, and the rock influence is probably a little stronger with Runrig. We Celted out a bit more with incorporate a lot of tunes into our set, and they work little hook lines into the songs when they write them. So it's different but similar. That's a good way to put it.
Yes, you are the voice of Ulrike, and so I think, or do you think the people see the difference, when they listen to a song, to a Bruce Guthro song, or they listen to a Ulrike song?
Well, I think it's closer now than it has been. I played, with my solo career, I played with different genres and musical styles my whole life.
Yeah.
When you're a solo artist, you can do that. So I've done a pop jazz record. I've even had country music success in Canada. I've done straight ahead pop rock records. And the last 4 or 5 years, it's kind of I've incorporated the Celtic side of it, and I grew up with that. Cape Breton was always incredibly Celtic in nature. There's a Gaelic college, there's pipe bands, drum bands, there's you name it. I toured across the country with some of the best fiddlers in Canada, all coming from my home land of Cape Breton. So it's in me. It's that whole side of it is just part of who I am. So incorporating it in there is just a natural thing.
I see. So what do you plan the next weeks, months, years, centuries? Do you plan a new CD?
Well, if I get up tomorrow morning, if I'm awake, that's a good start. But, we're going to release a DVD probably before Christmas. My own DVD with the Christmas show. We did a Grum Castle, which is basically just on the Danish-German border. So we'll release that this Christmas, and we'll tour a bit. Ulrike are working on a new record now, so that will be released probably in the new year, and then we'll be touring that.
Great.
And then there's no real big decisions after that. We've all been touring a very, very long time. So. Who knows what will happen. It's kind of at a point now where I don't think we look too far to the future or plans, because you just don't know. You don't know. We take it 1 year, one album at a time. For both myself and solo career and Ulrike, I think is kind of what we're looking at doing right now.
If every musician has a mission, what is your mission?
Oh wow.
Music-wise.
Well, you know what? If I was a younger man, I would have said I would say to get out and change the world and all that sort of stuff. But right now, if I can be happy and continue to make music and make music that people want to hear, then that's enough for me. I just get out there and play shows and people enjoy them and make records and do the things I love to do, which is always wrapped around music. And that's cool. I'm not looking to change the world.
Yeah, I see. Well, what can I say? It was a pleasure to interview.
Pleasure's mine, Basil.
I'm looking forward to your concert.
Yeah, man. Should be a fun night.
And thanks for the interview.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All the best.
My friends come around. There's a blue suit here and he's hassling, and it's really bringing me down. Keep my hands in my pockets, it's better that way. Don't want no trouble tonight. Seems like everywhere I go these days, the world ain't treating me right. Mr. Sign me up, Mr. Look right through me, Mr. Know it all like you really knew me. Mr. Love, you got nothing to say. Hey, mister, stay out my way. I got this feeling no one cares. I said, is anybody listening? Go ahead, man, just stop and stare. Say, you don't have a clue who I am. Mr. Size me up, Mr. Look right through me, Mr. Know it all like you really knew me. Mr. Love, you got nothing to say. Hey, mister, stay Mr. Three martinis at the end of the day. Hey, mister, I know I belong someplace. Take a good look at my face. I know I belong somewhere. Mr. Size me up, Mr. Look right through me, Mr. Know it all like you really knew me. Mr. Love, you got nothing to say. Yeah, mister, stay out of my way, Mr. Look at me, I'm talking to you. Mister, I don't know what this world's coming to. Mr. Three martinis at the end of the day. Yeah, mister, hey, mister, innovation, Mr. Doubt. Mister, you don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Second guessing, Mr. Oh, someday. Yeah, mister, stay out of my way. Es ist wunderschön, in Bonfeld zu sein. That is all the German I know because I'm not allergic to nuts. It's great to be back. It's always great to come back to this part of the country. It's beautiful here. I am Bruce Guthro. I come from Nova Scotia, Canada. This is a song I wrote for one of my heroes, a great Canadian singer-songwriter that passed away too soon. This is a song for Stan Rogers. Fishing boats nice too. We sift through broken promises in unemployment lines. We see our children move away and call from time to time. And the songs that you have left for us, they grow truer by the day, almost like you never went away. But I feel a storm building. She's blowing across the plains, driven hard by an eastward wind like it's coming home again. Carrying a giant, I hear you laughing now as you pound your fist for the rain to fall on the fields behind the plow. And the waves crash up against Privateer's Wharf, and behind the Franklin charts a course with a crash of thunder through the cold hard rain. We'll see the giant rise again. to change and helped us rise above. And the songs that you have left for us, they grow truer by the day, almost like you never went away. So how often have you wandered from that land of distant thunder, to help to guide a heart and hand, to help to craft a song, or danced upon a fiddler's knee, or on about an open sea, and felt the north wind on your face and called to bring her on. Tonight the evening sun will set down in the western sky. We'll lock our doors in from the storms, where souls and spirits fly. And somewhere in the darkness, a candle lights the way, almost like you never went away. Almost like you never went away. Almost like you never went away. Long live the music of Stan Rogers. There's four who share this room, and we work hard for the cash. Sleeping late on Sundays, I never get to Mass. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way, it grows further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. When Friday night it comes around, Terry's always in to fight, and Ma would like a letter home, but I'm too tired for writing, 'cause it's a long, long way from Clare to here. A long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way, it grows further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Sometimes I hear the fiddles play and it fills me with emotion, and I dream about that other place away across the ocean, 'cause it's a long, long way from Clare to here. A long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way, it grows further by day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. think of Josephine. I told her I'd be coming back with my pockets full of green, but it's a long, long way from Claire to you. It's a long, long way from Claire to here. Ah, it's a long, long way, it grows further by day. It's a long, long way from Claire to here. But the sea is wide, and I can't swim over, and neither have I the wings to fly. I wish I was in Carrickfergus, only 4 nights in Ballyground. I would swim over the deepest ocean, only 4 nights in Ballyground. But the sea is wide, and I can't swim over, and neither have I the wings to fly. I wish I could find me a handsome boatman to ferry me my motherland. For it's in Kilkenny, it is reported, a marble stone black as ink, with gold and silver, I did support her. But I'll sing no more now till I get a drink. I'm drunk today, and I'm seldom sober, a handsome rover from town to town. Ah, but I'm so glad, and my my days are numbered. Just come all you young men, lay me down. The sea is wide and I can't swim over, and neither have I the wings to fly. I wish I could find a handsome woman, carry me over my love line.
Liebe Freunde vom Blacksheep Festival, und hier habe ich sie nun, die Veranstaltungslady, die Frau, die für vieles hier verantwortlich ist auf dem Blacksheep Festival. Und in diesem Jahr, ja, ihr habt es ja schon gesehen, da geht halt richtig was ab, und an dieser Stelle heiße ich Sie recht herzlich willkommen. Hallo Ulrike, wie geht's?
Hallo Basil, gut geht's.
Du bist noch tiefenentspannt.
Ja, im Moment, ja. Wir haben jetzt Freitag, wir hatten einen fetzen Auftakt gestern Abend, am Donnerstag, ihr wart ja dabei. Ja. Ihr habt gesehen, was Amanda Riom geleistet hat. Das war eine ganz bezaubernde Musikerin gleich zum Auftakt. We Banjo 3 hatten tierisch viel Spaß auf der Bühne.
Wahnsinn, ja.
Bruce Guthro war genauso entspannt wie ich jetzt.
Bruce war, also es war ja richtig Rock'n'Roll, die Party, ne?
Das kann man sagen,
es war ja ein ausverkauftes Haus, ja, und die Leute haben gerockt. Also ich habe Bruce selten so Rock'n'Roll-like gesehen, war echt auch sehr, sehr entspannt. Wir haben ja ein tolles Interview mit ihm gemacht.
Ja, schön.
Und ja, erzähl doch mal, das Blacksheep Festival, das ist ja das zweite in diesem Jahr. Und liebe Zuschauer, hört ihr die Vögel hier im Hintergrund? Wir befinden uns hier nämlich im, ja, man kann es fast sagen, Schlossgarten, ja. Und ganz toller Bereich, hier gibt es ganz exquisites Essen, ja, und ist eine Wahnsinns-Location. Erzähl doch mal, das Blacksheep Festival, das jetzt zum zweiten Mal ist, ja, man kann sagen, hat die Wurzeln im Folk, im Schlosshof, ja, da wurde das Ganze ja mal aufgebaut. Wie läuft es mit dem Blacksheep Festival? Was ist die Idee des Blacksheep Festivals?
Also die Idee des Blacksheep Festivals ist zwar einerseits ein etwas breiteres Publikum zu erreichen, indem wir einfach eine breitere Vielfalt, mehr Vielfalt an musikalischen Stilen präsentieren. Ja. Wir haben auch zu Folk im Schlosshof Zeiten solche Rückmeldungen bekommen. Aber wir haben natürlich zugleich auch nach wie vor diese Liebe zu Folk im Schlosshof. Das war einfach 12 Jahre lang die Veranstaltung hier in Bonfeld. Und da kommen wir sicherlich auch, ein Großteil von uns kommt daher. Ja. Und wir sind froh um die Erfahrungen, die wir dort gesammelt haben. Jetzt sind wir allerdings etwas breiter aufgestellt. Wir haben die Möglichkeit, nochmal ganz andere Künstler zu buchen. Ja. Wir haben unser Konzept an einigen Stellen geändert. Wir sind, wie wir finden, und so ist auch die Resonanz von unseren Besuchern, wir sind auch familienfreundlicher geworden. Das war uns ganz wichtig, weil wir brauchen ja irgendwann mal sowohl Nachwuchs im Helferbereich, als auch Nachwuchs bei den Zuschauern. Wir wollen junge Leute auch ansprechen. Ja. Und da gibt es ja im Folk, Gott sei Dank, auch ganz tolle Entwicklungen mit Bands, die das auch eben mit Folkmusik machen.
Man muss erklären, du bist ja hier natürlich eine sehr, sehr gefragte Frau in diesen Tagen, weil du hier verantwortlich bist im Prinzip für unglaublich viele Dinge. Aber ihr habt ja ein riesen Helferteam.
Gut, also da muss ich jetzt einfach mal zu meiner Person sagen, ich bin hier nicht die wichtigste Person. Die wichtigste Person ist für uns alle im Team immer noch der Franz Koroknay. Das ist unser Kreativteamleiter. Und er weiß hier wirklich über alle Themen viel besser Bescheid als jeder einzelne von uns. Dann haben wir mit dem Ulrich Schneider, das ist der erste Vorsitzende unseres Vereins, einen genialen Festivalorganisator. Wir sind wahnsinnig dankbar, dass wir so einen erfahrenen Mann an einer so wichtigen Stelle haben. Deshalb, das, was ich mache, ist dagegen eigentlich nur ein Bruchteil, sage ich jetzt mal. Also ich bin verantwortlich für die ganze Presse- und Öffentlichkeitsarbeit. Ich kümmere mich gerne auch um Details, wenn irgendjemand was braucht oder wenn irgendjemand einen anderen verloren hat oder so. Da sind wir übrigens alle ansprechbar. Ja, Details sind uns ganz wichtig. Du hast gefragt, wie groß dieses Helferteam ist. Also wir haben bei Blacksheep etwa 250 Leute mobilisiert für dieses Wochenende. Ja. Insgesamt sind aber, weil wir Gastronomiepartner haben, weil wir die Gastronomie nicht selbst machen, als ehrenamtlicher Verein, das haben wir abgegeben. Ja. Insgesamt sind 500 Leute hier 3 Tage lang dafür zuständig, dass dieses Festival reibungslos über die Bühne geht.
Ja, und das tut es ja. Ich meine, wir sehen das ja, wir beobachten das ja im Prinzip ein bisschen von außen.
Schön, ja.
Wir beobachten das aber auch im Prinzip Backstage, das ist ja alles unglaublich gut organisiert. Und gerade auf den Franz nochmal zurückzukommen, wir kommen ja weltweit rum mit unserer TV- und Radiostation. Und Franz Koroknay, der ist Legende.
Ja,
also das
so ist
ein Name, den kennen die großen Stars. Das ist mir natürlich klar, dass Franz da nach wie vor eine große Rolle spielt.
Ja. Und auch während des Festivals. Also der Franz ist keiner, der sich schont. Ja. Der Franz ist Tag und Nacht da. Und das muss man einfach, so eine Persönlichkeit muss man bei so einem Festival vorne dran haben. Und der zieht uns alle mit. Ja. Der zieht auch mich mit. Und es ist einfach für mich auch eine große Ehre, mit so jemandem zu arbeiten. Weißt du, ich lerne jeden Tag hier was dazu. Und so geht es unserer Fotografin hier, der Michaela Keicher, so geht es eigentlich allen hier. Wir haben riesengroßen Respekt vor Franz Koroknay und sind ganz arg dankbar, dass wir ihn haben.
Also Franz, wenn du gerade zuschaust, wir alle lieben dich.
So ist es.
Ja, große Namen, große Stars, große Bands, ein großes Event hier auf dem Blacksheepfestival. In diesem Jahr Namen wie Bruce Guthro, Bob Geldof, Skerryvore, Carlos Nunez und. Ja. Alleine der Donnerstag und der Freitag, den wir hier von SCHOTTENTV begleiten, das ist ja unglaublich. Das Ganze auch noch zu unglaublich günstigen Ticketpreisen. Ja. Das Wetter, ich meine, man sieht es.
Perfekt, ne? Oder?
Perfekt, absolut. Es funktioniert sehr, sehr toll. Wir bekommen ja unglaublich viele Zuschauer, Zuhörerreaktionen. Das Blacksheep-Festival, das rangiert auf jeden Fall ganz, ganz oben mit in der Beliebtheitsskala. Das ist gar keine Frage.
Da freuen wir uns natürlich, wenn ihr das auch so seht. Also das würde ja heißen, dass unsere Bedingungen, unsere Motive auch tatsächlich...
Wir sind immer wieder gerne da, besonders gerne, wenn das Wetter so stimmt wie heute.
Ja. Da bin ich auch am liebsten da.
Alles Weitere sehen wir ja hier bei den Berichten und wir haben ja eben eingangs schon gesehen, es war echt der Rock'n'Roll, ein kleiner Zusammenschnitt vom Gesamtfestival. Wir haben noch viel, viel mehr zu bieten. Bevor wir jetzt gleich zum nächsten Videobeitrag gehen, gibt es noch irgendeine besondere Message, die du an eure Fans bei SCHOTTENTV richten möchtest, dann ist genau das deine Kamera.
Oh, cool. Also erstmal möchte ich mich natürlich bei euch bedanken. Es ist total cool, auch wie wir hier von Basil und dem Team unterstützt werden. Und das ist uns schon sehr, sehr, sehr wichtig. Ja. Wir wissen, dass wir einige enttäuscht haben, als wir eines Tages gesagt haben, Folk im Schlosshof geht zu Ende. Aber wir hoffen, dass wir viele von euch begeistern können für das neue Konzept. Wir sind auf dem Weg mit dem Blacksheepfestival und ich habe einen Wunsch, ja. Darf ich den äußern? Basil hat es ja erlaubt. Wir Veranstalter sind immer wieder oder immer mehr in der Situation, dass Festivalbesucher sich sehr, sehr spät entscheiden. Ja. Also wir haben die echten Fans, die genau wissen, dass sie kommen wollen, haben wir zwischen Weihnachten und Neujahr, haben die ihre Tickets gebucht. Ja. Und dann gibt es aber immer wieder Leute, die wirklich vorgestern angerufen haben, gibt es für Bruce Guthro noch Karten und die mussten wir nach Hause schicken. Also Leute, bucht rechtzeitig. Wir Veranstalter machen das ehrenamtlich, wir machen das eigentlich ja auch auf unser eigenes privates Risiko. Ja, wir gehen da wirklich auch ein wirtschaftliches Risiko ein, aus Leidenschaft. Und was uns natürlich sehr hilft, ist einfach rechtzeitig Karten bestellen, ja, und uns signalisiert auch, wir wollen das und ihr seid auf einem guten Weg und wir unterstützen euch auch. Das ist so ein bisschen mein Wunsch, ja.
Also wenn du oder vielleicht du, wenn ihr euch jetzt angesprochen fühlt, das nächste Mal einfach ein paar Wochen vorher mal ein Ticket. Die Tickets sind ja wirklich im überschaubaren Preisrahmen. Besorgt euch ein Ticket rechtzeitig, weil dann können sich die Veranstalter einfach anders vorbereiten. Ich habe das gesehen bei Bruce Guthro Donnerstag hier in Bonfeld. Das war echt ausverkauft, das war die Party und ihr müsst euch vorstellen, das war das einzige Konzert in Deutschland, was er in diesem Jahr hier gibt. Das hat er mir selbst gesagt beim Interview und wer das verpasst hat, wow, da hast du echt was verpasst. Was soll ich sagen, Ulrike, es war toll, das Interview hier zu haben.
Tausend Dank, ich danke dir.
Mach weiter
toll,
so.
Euch hier zu haben.
Ja, und das ganze Team hier, ihr seid echt klasse.
Cool.
Und wir freuen uns natürlich heute Abend jetzt natürlich auf die ganzen tollen weiteren Acts hier live on stage und wir sehen uns dann gleich nach dem Video.
Okay, bye.
Hello again here at the Blacksheepfestival and now with Skerryvore. How are you doing, guys?
Good, thanks. Yeah, how you doing?
Well, I'm fine because you're here and I'm looking forward to your show tonight.
Yeah.
And so what can the audience actually expect when you're live on stage?
Well, I hope that we're going to bring like a good party atmosphere to the stage tonight. It's our 10-year anniversary, so we'll probably be playing things that kind of span the 10 years of Skerryvore, so some old stuff and some new stuff that we've just recently released as well, so a bit of everything.
Yeah, that's cool. When you found the band, what was actually your plan? Did you really expect that you would be such successful?
No, we didn't think we'd be successful at all.
But you are.
No, we didn't really start with any plan apart from just, one gig to the next. We just started and thought we'll do it for some fun and a bit of extra beer money or whatever. And some people in the band had planned to be musicians, but we probably didn't think it was going to be this band. We just started off doing something for fun, and then by word of mouth things sort of spread, and we got more gigs, and then we started to take it a bit more seriously and did some albums, and then it really turned into this is going to be a proper job for us. So.
I see. What does it mean to be a musician to you?
That's fantastic. I was probably the one that never planned to be a musician when I left school. So
Martin was going to be a plumber, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
All sorts. So no, it's great. We've been all over the world. We've seen amazing places, played at amazing festivals, met amazing people, which is great. We always make friends with people everywhere we go. So it's fantastic.
Would you say Skerryvore is a typical Celtic folk band?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't say so. No.
I think it's like the easiest sort of bracket to put it in because some of the elements that we have are Celtic and folk. So it's easier to say that's what we are, but I think some people come and see us and go, oh, I'm quite surprised that some of their songs are nothing like that, or there are whole sets where it's just really not Celtic or folk or whatever, but I think you've got to be called something, so it's the easiest one.
Yeah, I do understand. It is a wee bit like with Runrig,
Yeah.
That typical. Actually, we talk about rock bands.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, you have great Highland pipes inside as well, and so if you listen to Highland pipes, you always imagine actually a Celtic band.
I think it's like that. It's always going to have a Celtic element, and we do sets of instrumentals that are absolutely Celtic or Scottish or whatever. And like you say, as soon as you see the bagpipes, you think it's got to be a Scottish type band or Celtic. But I think when we do some of our songs and it's not the pipes, it's maybe just whistles and fiddle and accordion, then it's maybe sometimes a bit more American sounding than it is just Celtic. So,
what does it mean to be a fiddle player? What means that to you? Why do you play fiddle?
Very good question.
Why?
The same.
Just why?
I think I wasn't going to be a fiddle player originally either. I was going to be an engineer. That was the first plan.
And then you found the fiddle and you thought, well...
Yeah, well, I kind of heard some other people playing at a festival that I went to when I was about 18 years old, and kind of decided at that stage to went home and I told my parents I was quitting university, and they took it really well, and I managed to kind of get back in a couple of years later to do music. So it's great. I mean,
10 years Skerryvore. Why did you named actually a band Skerryvore?
Well, Skerryvore's a famous lighthouse. It's about 9 miles, I think, off the coast of Tiree.
Right.
And Tiree's a small island where Martin and his brother Daniel, that's where they come from, and that's kind of where the original music of Skerryvore, the sort of Celtic, or when we were a Cayley band, as you would have been called at the start, when we were that's kind of like a name that really fitted where the music came from and where we started as a band. The reason we met is probably through the Isle of Tiree, because they are from there, and Fraser the drummer, he went on holiday there and we were at school together, so that's Tiree kind of brought us together. So this sort of like big monument that is Skerryvore seemed like a sort of a strong name for a band coming from that area. It turns out that it's actually quite difficult for some people to say, but we didn't think anybody was going to really know who we were. So
I think Skerryvore is actually a good name,
Well, you're fine with it, but
it's okay in every country other than Scotland.
Yeah.
Glasgow is the worst place where people don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Skerryvore.
Really? Yeah.
Because scary in Glasgow could mean scary.
Yeah, like scary. Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So,
Yeah.
So they think that's what you're
People
saying.
think that's what you're saying.
Scary. Well, you will be scared. You know.
Sometimes.
Well, why do you think Celtic folk or Celtic rock folk is such successful worldwide?
I suppose partly it could be because Irish and Scottish people have travelled so far. You know, like, it's probably some of the most far-travelled people in the world over the years. Wherever you go, there's like, you know, some area that's obviously, you know, they're all called, the areas in America are all called Scottish or Irish names and things, and I suppose there's a little bit of Scotland or Ireland in everybody, so that probably helps. But other than that, I don't know. It just because you don't really see, like, you know, Italian music everywhere all over the world. Really, it's quite strange that Scottish.
Accessible, the instrumental sets especially, because the bagpipes are in that kind of pentatonic scale. It's really everybody immediately knows that it's easy music to listen to. It's also like if there's no songs, then people can pick up a tune a lot quicker if there's no words.
And you can dance to it, because originally it was meant to dance to. So you're kind of onto a winning thing straight away if 90% of what you play is meant to be danced to. So that's maybe that as well.
So a party's for sure tonight, I suppose.
I hope so. Yeah, we'll try our very best.
The backstage area here is amazing. It's, you know.
Oh yeah, that's very special.
It's such a nice place to be in. So
that's very
the
true.
last time we were here a few years ago, we had to go straight for a flight, so we stayed up and then went straight to the flight, which was cancelled.
I do remember.
And then we had to get a taxi to take us to the other side of Germany to go to another airport. It cost of about €600, so hopefully that doesn't. Tomorrow we're just driving, so we're fine.
Yeah, we'll stay in and be able to enjoy it ourselves tonight. So we're in the mood for a good night.
It's always a good after-show party. Bonfeld. Well, your plans for the future in the next weeks, months, years, centuries. What do you plan, guys?
Well, we've got this is our decade year, and we had the big concert in Oban a couple of months ago to celebrate that, and the rest of the year is kind of the decade world tour, so we're all over last week we were in America, we're going to be back in America at the end of next month. We've got quite a lot of festivals in the UK and in Germany. We're out a few times, in Denmark, and we're in Switzerland and Holland, Austria. We're all over the place.
I see. Do you think there's a difference between probably the German crowd and the audience in Scotland or Ireland or the USA probably?
I think so. I mean, both are good audiences, but I think the German audience is very attentive. They listen carefully to what you're playing, and they really care. You know, if there's a quiet part, they'll pay attention and they'll go with the music. Whereas sometimes Scottish and Irish crowds or whatever are so wild that they just go crazy from start to finish, and you just probably miss half of it. But so it's nice playing here. It's also scary because they are Skerryvore, because they're paying attention. So you need to make sure you're really good.
Yes, good. Well, it was a pleasure to have this interview, and wish you really all the best for tonight.
Thank you very much.
And is there a message to your fans on SCHOTTENTV? Probably you want to say, or probably you can use this cam or that cam. Just talk to the audience.
One each. Hello. Now we'd like to say thank you very much for all your support of Skerryvore over the years, and we hope to see you again soon. And please keep listening and tell your friends. Cheers.
You?
Same.
Snap.
Yeah, pretty much. Make sure you come and join us on Facebook and Twitter and all these things.
And of course you have our official website.
To hear from people. And it's Skerryvore.com. It's got links to everything. It's got all the gigs for the world tour on it as well.
Great stuff. So we can't wait to see the guys now live on stage. So watch this video.